They place you in the ground. The sky is still above, but you can't see it anymore. You hear the sound of dirt hitting the wood. Footsteps slowly fade away. The voices that once filled your life are gone. And then there is silence. Not a normal silence, a heavy one. A silence that makes you realize your next life has just begun. Most people think death is the end of the story. The Quran tells us it is not. It is a doorway, a transition from one world to another. Allah says every soul will taste death. Not might, not maybe, will. And after that taste, something begins that many of us never think about deeply enough. Life in the grave before Judgment Day is real. It is not just darkness and sleep. The Quran speaks about a barrier after death, a stage between this world and the final resurrection. A waiting period, a place where the soul is aware, a place where the truth becomes clear. Imagine opening your eyes in a space you never prepared for. You cannot go back. You cannot send a message. You cannot ask for one more chance. The test is over. What you did is what you have. The Quran describes how people who lived in denial will beg to return. They will say, "My Lord, send me back so I can do good." They will realize too late that this world was temporary. But the answer will come. No, the time for action has passed. Only the result remains. But not everyone experiences the grave the same way. For the believer, the Quran gives a different feeling. It speaks about those whose souls are taken in a state of goodness. They are told words of peace, words that calm fear, words that remind them their efforts were seen. Imagine lying in the grave, and instead of panic, you feel reassurance. Instead of darkness, there is light. Instead of fear, there is hope. The Quran describes how, on the day of resurrection, people will rise from their graves saying, "Who has raised us from our sleeping place?" That phrase is powerful. Sleeping place. For some, the grave will feel like a peaceful rest. For others, it will feel heavy and frightening. Time, there is not like time here. The Quran tells us that when people are resurrected, they will think they only stayed in the grave for a short while, a day or part of a day. But in reality, it could have been centuries. Time will lose its meaning. What matters is not how long you stayed. It is how you experienced it. Think about your life right now. The things that stress you, the arguments, the race for money, the constant scrolling. One day, all of it will stop. Your grave will not care how many followers you had. It will not care about your job title. It will not care about your bank account. It will only reflect your faith and your deeds. That is what makes this topic so serious. The grave is like the first preview of your final destination. Judgment Day has not started yet. The trumpet has not been blown yet. The mountains have not crumbled yet. But your personal waiting period has begun. You are alone with your record. The Quran constantly reminds us that nothing is hidden. Every small act is written down. Every good deed, every bad choice. In this world, you can hide things from people. In the grave, there is no hiding, only reality. And here is something that should give you hope. Even the smallest good deed matters. The Quran says that whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it. Imagine that. A tiny act of kindness you forgot about could become light in your grave. A quiet prayer no one knew about could become comfort. A sin you walked away from could become protection. On Life After Death Stories, we talk about these moments because they are not far away. They are closer than we think. Every funeral you attend is a reminder. Every time you pass a cemetery, you are looking at people who once had plans just like you. So ask yourself something real. If tonight was your last night, and tomorrow you entered your grave, would you feel ready? Would you feel calm? Or would you feel regret? The beautiful thing is that right now, you still have control. You can still pray. You can still say sorry. You can still fix broken relationships. You can still choose honesty over lies. The grave does not allow new deeds. It only holds the results of what you already did. One day, the earth will shake. The trumpet will be blown. Every grave will open, and you will stand before Allah with nothing but your record. But before that massive and overwhelming day, there is this quiet chapter, the life in the grave, a personal space where truth begins. Let this thought stay with you tonight. Your grave is already waiting somewhere. You just don't know where. The question is not if you will enter it. The question is how you will experience it. If this reflection made you pause even for a moment, share what you felt in the comments. Do you think we think enough about what comes after death? And if this reminder touched your heart, pass it on to someone you care about. Because while we are still breathing, we still have time to prepare for the silence that will one day surround us.